You see, matter security, if there's a function that is exclusive, national government.
Speaking on a Jamhuri Day that was overshadowed by road accidents, President Uhuru Kenyatta sent a stern warning to motorists who flout traffic rules and end up killing Kenyans.
The head of state mourned the death of about 60 Kenyans killed in different road accidents since Saturday last week.
Let us be cautious on our roads during this festive season. Let us realize, especially those drivers of public transport, that you are not carrying cabbage, you are carrying the lives of people. And you need to take, and equally, we take this opportunity to also instruct our police force that anybody caught flouting traffic rules, immediate and severe action must be taken against those.
For an upscale hotel and...
No, because they don't recognize there was a police. You have many police after. Many people, they have gone civil.
Haya, kukawa na mmoja akasema hawa si walevi, hawa ni watu wabaya. Immediately wakatoa mkono nje wakasimamisha hivi. Na sisi tukaambia driver kasana kabisa twende. Akajaribu awezavyo. Sasa ile waliona anawashinda wakafanya nini, wakashoot gari na nguvu wakimpigana.
Reports that Abdi Hakim Masla was planning to quit his job started circulating among his family members and close friends long before he went on the rampage, killing 7 officers, many of who were like family to him. But his Instagram page reveals someone was troubled.
This time, Felix was arrested, but interestingly, he was charged with causing disturbance, not assault, as had been reported. Witnesses in the assault case claimed that they were threatened by the senior police officer at Central Police Station.
Are holding a man who yesterday punched and kicked police officers after he failed to qualify in the current recruitment exercise.
Hundreds of youth turned up at Nakuru Zafraha Stadium to compete for a chance to join the police force.
The House broke for the Christmas recess. It reaffirmed its resolve to scrutinize the conduct of the EACC Secretariat in a move that was seen to be a revenge mission.
We have summoned the EACC on issues that they are making serious allegations against members.
A summoned telegraphed body. Other institutions have also suffered the wrath of the vengeful attitude of the...
This is about power and authority that is delegated to an institution called Parliament, and this is about abuse of that power
by the Senate.
The National Assembly is actually arguably the voice of the people, and that is why it should be very strong, and I think it should even bite further.
You don't just tell people you have power to protect yourself, but start remembering if this country goes down, I think the institution will come to blame. It's not Parliament, but the National Assembly.
When somebody says there is a rogue Parliament, what is the yardstick? Merely because budgets have been affected. Budgets have been affected.
Sector 9 President Uhuru Kenyatta has today ordered the Health Cabinet Secretary to ensure that 4 eye and dental units are established in 4 county referral hospitals within the next 12 months.
Speaking at Tenwek Hospital in Bomet County, the president said he will make sure that stakeholders in the health sector are held accountable if the projects do not take off or if funds are misused.
Nataka kuona hospitali kama hii mwaka ujao, tufungue moja kule Moi, Eldoret, tufungue Kenyatta, tufungue Nyeri na tufungue milioni. Hiyo pesa tutatenga. Kama hatutaona hospitali, mwanze kupanga kutafuta kazi zingine, kwa sababu Wakenya ni wengi ambao wako tayari. Toa onyo wenzangu, watu wanafikiria ya kwamba wamekalia maofisi ati sasa ni nafasi yao ya kutumia mali ya Wakenya vibaya.
Hospitali za serikali, hospitali za kibinafsi, hospitali za inayoendeshwa na madini, yote itaungana kutimiza atma ya kuhakikisha kwamba mambo ya universal health inafaulu.
If you had the right words, what would you tell a mother who has lost her 26-year-old son this abruptly? There is pain.
Juzi tu hata jamaliza 1 month, juu alifanywa on 17th last month, na sasa unaona
While the rest of us read about a gallant paramilitary officer who answered a call of duty and did his all to counter an attack by his own. Any unanswered questions here.
Sasa serikali inakuaje mpaka askari anakuwa infiltrated to atera?
Way of any Al-Shabaab sympathizer, so to speak, in the police service.
Tuna watoto wanasoma, atusaidie.
Usually do within our own procedures to assist their families.
Now, Babu Owino has once again come to the limelight for all the wrong reasons.
Since his days as a student leader at the University of Nairobi, Babu Owino has lived a life of controversy. During the campaign period for the Sonu seat, Babu is alleged to have bribed his way into office. He was also accused of violence against anyone who opposed his bid to join the student leadership. Investigations of a man whose man had attacked.
Babu Owino ni kiongozi ambaye atawafanyia kazi.
Babu was caught up in a scuffle with Starehe Mpich. He appears to be in charge of media account.
Deputy President anaitwa William Ruto. Ana ushenzi, ana ujinga na ana madhara.
Legislature got into by members of his political.
Athletics Kenya has once again warned athletes against taking shortcuts to success. Jackson Tuwenya was still under the doping watch list.
Here, and I know they have been here. They will be coming back to also doping what it's all.
The team is set to compete with the aim of defending the overall Africa cross-country title in Clef, Algeria. Former Commonwealth Games 1500 meters champions Stacey Ndiwa and Alfred Bakach will lead the team in the hunt for gold. The team will be competing in the 6-kilometer junior women, 8-kilometer junior men, 10 kilometers senior men and women, along with the mixed relay.
For now, we are well prepared to go to Algeria to compete very well. We want to defend the gold which we brought 2016 in Africa.
Government suppliers involved in graft will be blacklisted going forward. This is according to the new Public Procurement Regulatory Authority Board.
Every financial year, it is estimated that Kenya loses up to 800 billion shillings in graft. The Public Procurement Regulatory Authority says that it will ban firms and individuals from doing business with the state.
Fair price that was paid for this item. Like we've heard of wheelbarrows being purchased for 100,000 shillings. And as soon as people know they're under scrutiny, that in itself should serve as the best deterrent available to this country.
Upon taking off, routes to overtake, routes to turn right, and routes to cross an intersection.
Hatuwezi kusema hii wanasema vipi? Hawa ni kutafuta watu. Wakikimya, watu watajua kama gari inaenda wapi.
There are cartels of rogue university students who are operating within various campuses in the country, soliciting for payments from individuals or groups. Such group at the University of Nairobi today barred KTN from broadcasting live from the university grounds.
First, they attempted to drag her off the field with them, but she resisted. They would eventually settle for holding her in place as they deleted data from her phone. These young men are students at the University of Nairobi. But just before the show began, persons claiming to be students stand up claiming they had been left out of the preparations.
That's how we get our revenue. That's how we get it. We don't have other sources.
Apparently, this happens in almost all campuses around the country. Attempts to reach the administration for comment were futile, and when it became clear that the show wouldn't go on, crew members and their guests were forced to pack up and leave.
Police officers has emerged on social media showing the four harassing a man identified as a caretaker of a building. Firearms threatening to shoot the caretakers who were present at the scene.
Bushfire residents of Nairobi's Kiamaiko market had been arrested. Who some of the alleged minutes of the arrest? Police officer admission that immediately saw the officers from the Kwekwe's hold and which had to be captured by all means possible. Atau the men tasked with the responsibility of ensuring them, including uniform, boots and walkie-talkies, were arraigned in a Kibera court accused of robbery with violence. 1,000 shillings. They have since been released on a 1 million shillings bond, with their case expected for mentioning on the 22nd of February next year.
Their main role is to broker and negotiate contracts for their clients, who in this case are the athletes. That every agent is registered by the athlete.
My former agent, I had a contract and it was renewed each year. When I win a race, the whole amount, the whole money goes passed to the agent.
It has emerged that some of these agents have turned the deal into a profit-making project and have since failed to pay the athletes' dues.
The work of federation is to work for the interest of the athlete.
Yet again, that guns meant for personal protection could now be posing a risk to the lives of the public at large. Businessman Chris Obure was in December last year charged for threatening to shoot Tom Oyua Mboya was arraigned before Milimani Law Court. Mboya had shot the businessman at Garden Estate within Kasarani sub-county. Njoroge was charged with causing disturbance after using his gun to scare off people who had gone to take over a petrol station in dispute. Case is still pending. His business quarrels all the way to a mall, firing live rounds of ammunition towards a security guard at the door of Ridgeway's Mall. He had followed his partial businessman Paul Kobia was once again involved in a gun drama. Quite tough condition for acquiring civilian firearms in Kenya. Some individuals with questionable character have still managed to get licensed. The police so say some of the license could be fake.
It's almost impossible to know the mental health of every civilian firearm owner unless one...
For misuse and unsafe keeping that resulted to the theft and accessibility to other hands. Hundreds others are under investigation, but no single conviction has been recorded.
Is that the 3 officers will be charged and a manhunt for their accomplices is still on.
For alleged involvement robbery with violence in Nairobi's Eastleigh estate. In the wall mix-up, a confrontation ensued that ended the officers robbing the team an unknown amount.
After a 15-hour manhunt at Nzawi area, Constable Friday Barasa was arrested. He was surrounded by several police officers and brought back to the station for questioning, and was apparently not at peace with the idea. He was overheard spewing threatening remarks of killing someone. The threat was treated seriously.
Excellency, the President will now waive it.
27th August 2010, Kenyans from all walks of life celebrated as the new constitution was promulgated, ushering in renewed hope for change in how the country is governed and respect for the rule of law. Rescinded the Gazette notice by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission and by their predecessors.
That the Gazette notice number 2885 and published by SRC is unconstitutional and therefore null and void.
CIC will institute proceedings in court against any public officer who approves, makes or facilitates such payment.
Anybody who acts outside this law in pursuant of payment will have acted unlawfully.
And now, similar to the infamous big demonstration, the civil society is now mounting an even bigger campaign, 1 million signatures on social media to send MPs back home.
I can't even come near them. I don't even want to hear about the salaries increase.
I'm very disappointed that they want to increase their salaries. They should just be contented in what they have, because us as the taxpayers out there, we are going to be sisi tutaumia.
They should wait till the economy improves.
What the code outlaws is misuse of broadcasting services to exploit audiences. Unless you pay 340,000 shillings and I pray for you, all the demons will be following you. You know, that is really not preaching. And
giving is a part of worship.
The church, though, is up in arms, saying that the right to association and freedom of worship is being infringed by the new broadcasting code.
Addressed himself to the contentious topic of regulating religious organizations at a mass at the Anglican Church of Kenya in Malindi. The president spoke of self-regulation but asserted that fake preachers will not be given room to continue swindling Kenyans of their hard-earned money in the name of preaching the gospel.
Kuna wachache ambao kazi yao ni kukula pesa haramu kutoka wananchi, na mnajua hivi, wakidanganyana ya kwamba ni injili au ni kazi ya injili.
Shillings in merchandise that has been sold but payments are not remitted to suppliers.
Speaking at a forum convened at the National Trade Week to debate on the crisis of the sector, various stakeholders highlighted governance as one of the major factors ailing the affected businesses and underscored the fact that the crisis in the sector was now systemic and threatened to the rest of the economy.
Don't pay the suppliers who borrowed money, or it will affect banks. We are going to see non-performing loans, and that again will affect our economy.
These are honorable members. The honorable members who have seen nothing dishonorable about exchanging clothes live in public.
We can no longer pretend about this. And if I stood here as a leader and tried to do public relations with this, I will be failing in my responsibility. We have a problem. Ask my brother here.